So when it's in spa mode, it completely turns this off. But when it's in full mode, this is your spa side. It turns your spa side off. But there's sometimes there's like a diversion. So when this is off completely, when this is completely off, there'll be another piece of plumbing that'll connect from like, here to here or from here to here. So that way you still get flow to your spa and causing it to spill over. But because you don't have that, when you're in full mode, it's shut off the whole time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this whole piece off and I'm going to set what's called a limiter. And there's things inside of that to where I'll get it to stop. Somewhere about a quarter of the way open. So that way when you're in full mode, it'll still flow over.
Okay.
I'll re-explain that to her as well.
Okay.
But because your circulation goes up and over in here, comes out here into your heater, and then it comes out the back and up and over, this goes to your pool, and then this goes to your spa, causing it to spill over. But if it's off all the way, then you're never getting any circulation back to your spa.
Yeah, I tried turning on the spillover yesterday and it wouldn't turn on.
And you have a specific spillover button that does
Yes,
that?
on the pool,
app?
on the app on the pool
Okay,
side.
let's try that. Will you turn that on? Turn your spillover on the app. So if you want the spillover on a schedule, you just create a schedule for spillover and then it'll turn on and off as your scheduling is. But the valves did work when you did turn it on the way they're supposed to. So you can just do that, but now there's no more circulation at the pool. The only circulation is through the spa.
Do you ever recommended, so that would interfere with the pool schedule?
No, it'll just turn that one valve when you set it to run.
So it's probably a good idea to have the spillover on because there's times
if you
where
have it, use it for the same time you're using the pool, or if you go to bed a little bit earlier, keep your pool circulating a little bit and turn it off. But typically we have all of our schedules set. If you have a spillover, it's just going to run the same as the pool is, because it just makes sense
So
to do
we should
so.
match the schedule?
Yeah, I would, because then you're just keeping chlorinated water going through the spa and you're keeping your spa clean.
Yeah, it was starting to, the whole pool started to look murky, but the spa specifically started first because I noticed it wasn't.
Yeah, and that was because that valve wasn't, the valve was on any circulation. So it seems to be working fine for your spillover setting on that. So
Nice.
I'll set the limiter to that so you're not cutting out complete circulation from the pool. So it'll open halfway or 70% of the way. So that way you still get this without cutting off the pool.
also, and then some of those spinny things broke. Yeah, they flew
So
out.
that could be, so there's a shaft inside of those that go in that those just hook into. So it could be a shaft is worn or one of the teeth are worn. You would just have to take those out and inspect it or have us come out to do a service call and do that. I'll have Dan come out, he's our repair guy. And he can get in there and take the shaft out and do all that stuff. But it could be a number of things. It could, like I said, the teeth are just little plastic pieces.
Yeah,
Sometimes
I had 4 or 5 fall out in one day.
Yeah, and sometimes the teeth, and they do get loose, they're just not set in there. So if you sit in there, or the teeth are broken, or it could be a number of reasons, or a spring is messed up in there, or something like that. It could be a number of things.
Okay.
Alrighty.
I think that's all my
Good?
questions.